Hello guys, Rookie here. Today I'm finally gonna address the issues regarding Genshin Impact 4.4 update. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to put this video much sooner, but actually I couldn't because I was too busy in real life. And also I had to finish my Mary Skeleton Nightmare Let's Play before another game comes out, which I really can't wait to actually play it. Those who know. Anyway, enough about that, let's actually talk about Genshin latest controversy and how it's fracturing apart the whole community. So basically, for those of you who don't know, in 4.4 we'll be getting two new playable characters, one being Cloud Retainer and the second one being Gaming. Yes, I know, that is a real name. We also will be getting a 4-star character for choosing, 3 new skins, which two of them are paid ones, which are Ganyu and Shene ones, and the third one being free, which is Jinsho. We also will be getting 10 intertwined fates, which can be obtained during the event, some gifts from the Lantern event, and also, lastly but not least important, 3 intertwined fates. Wow! Yes, I know. All the time and money spent playing the game, we just get 3 intertwined fates. I didn't expect nothing, but I'm still disappointed. But some people have taken it even worse than being simply disappointed, but they just straight up get mad. So much so that they are revolting, especially in China, in which the community must turn on following Genshin Impact on social media, particularly their Chinese versions of TikTok, which lost 1 million followers in like basically the day the special program came out. They're also taking it a step further by targeting big companies that they collab with Hoyoverse in the past, such as KFC and Pizza Hut. To say that the Genshin Chinese community has reached its limit will be an understatement, especially after the special program of Ankai Starel 2.0 came out, in which they gave out basically free 20 pulls for no reason. Also, the backlash has translated to global, with many big content creators boycotting the game in protest with just receiving free intertwined fates, led up by obviously the Eggman himself, Tectone. So where is my stand in all of this? Well, obviously I'm pretty disappointed myself, because Genshin really is stingy when it comes to the rewards, especially compared to other gacha games. Heck, I still remember when the first anniversary came out, and how laughable it was that they gave us only 3 10 pools. Like in comparison, Dokkan in the anniversary, they give like 150 Dragon Stones, which equals to 3 multiples. Alone in the mail boss, because they also give out 150 Dragon Stones during the events in those periods, which equals for a total of 300 stones, which alone they give in one anniversary more than Genshin has in its whole lifespan. That being said, it is true that Genshin isn't the only game that does this. There are a lot of gacha games that also are strict with their rewards. Like, for example, Crossing Void. Oh my god. Like, Crossing Void, here's the thing about Crossing Void. There were like 3 currency. There were the Mako, which you use to pull either the standard banner or the limited banner. The gacha voucher, which you used to pull for the standard banner. And the limited gacha voucher, which you could use to get the limited characters. That game rather failed rather than give us out 3 limited gacha vouchers. Like, seriously, it was so absurd. It was true that there were the level packs which you could get with let's say the less asshole currency in that game, which gave out 3 Mako and gacha vouchers, but that game rather failed to give us limited gacha vouchers, which is totally what happened. Genshin Void. Also, I remember when I played Union Cross, the game also was pretty stingy with the rewards. It is true that Union Cross was one of the first gacha games to introduce the guaranteed PT system, but also it is true that the jewels or whatever the currency was called, they really didn't give us out a lot of that currency, like for free. I mean, they give it that they give us out the currency while playing the story content, but aside from that, we really didn't see a lot of that currency for free. And also that game, Union Cross, did the asshole thing of locking content behind a paywall. Yes, you heard that right. Union Cross, as much as a good gacha game it was, it also used to lock content behind a paywall. So that tells you something about gacha games, that no matter which gacha games are, there are always gonna be some hiccups and some catch with it. Some games either are gonna be less, some games are really gonna be more stingy about the rewards, but they're also gonna offer some good other compensations, or they're gonna give you a lot of good rewards, but they're gonna screw you over in one way or other. Star Rail. So yeah. Also another thing about the rewards is that there's also a reason why they don't give us many rewards as other games do, like Star Rail for example. It's like I said before, it is because there is not a lot of competition for this game, while Star Rail being a turn-based RPG has to compete with a lot of other turn-based gacha RPGs, while Genshin being an action RPG one really hasn't a lot of competitions. That and the fact that there are a lot of casual playing the game, and us complaining being the vocal minority, makes it difficult for us to actually get listened, to actually be heard by Hoyoverse, and actually changing the game for the better. Also, I find it laughable how the idea of boycotting the game for some content creators is by playing Star Rail, which is gonna change nothing, because Hoyoverse is gonna get your money either way. Either it's gonna get it from Genshin, or it's gonna get it from Star Rail. Now, some people might say, but if we start playing Star Rail and not Genshin, they might actually start changing Genshin for the better, so they can make them re-enter more money. Is the thing, guys, about Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse, freaking Hoyoverse, hates Genshin Impact. Like, seriously hates. They hate this game because it is not possible that all the complaints that we said about this game in the past, all the quality of life changes that we wish for it, they implemented into Star Rail. Like, they straight up admit that the favorite series is the Honkai series. So I'm 100% believe that if this game were to fail tomorrow, they wouldn't care at all. I'm almost convinced that they are trying to sabotage the game that's trying to sabotage the game and trying to make Star Rail successful, so that they don't have to depend on this game anymore. Maybe that's also the reason why they're launching Zenless Zone Zero, to have another action game that isn't Genshin, so that they can actually start distancing for the game. So that's why I believe that the way you boycott the game by playing other Hoyoverse game is gonna help Genshin out in the slightest, because one, they're gonna get the money either way, and two, it might be exactly what they want. The last thing that they need to actually distance themselves from the game for good. Now, I do support the boycotting of the game, especially if it means not spending money on it, since a good way to make Hoyoverse listen to us is probably not spending money on it and cutting down the revenue of the game. The issue I have though is that some content creators are forcing the way through, forcing other players and other content creators to not play the game how they wanted, and especially to possibly speak up against Hoyoverse in the drama. Some of them are going as further as calling out other content creators simply for not putting a video soon enough about talking about the 4.4 drama. One of them being VxV Gacha, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, which is a relatively small YouTube channel which just recently blew up, milking about the drama obviously, in which in one of his video, where is it? This one, with great power comes great responsibility, one of my favorite quotes ever by the way. Speaks about awesome content creators not talking about the drama is equivalent to freaking not reporting a crime happening underway.
It's fine, I can just keep wailing on the game and I can just buy whatever and it's like, it's okay for me. So if I see a crime happen and I don't do anything about it, why do I face legal charges? I mean, I did nothing, why am I in trouble now?
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Which is absolutely insane. How can you paragonate someone getting attacked or in murder compared to not you not reporting it? Which is absolutely insane. How can you compare someone not reporting a murder to someone who doesn't speak up about a freaking game? Like, how much insane can you be to compare this two situations? I think that they have the same kind of mentality, those who do that. He also says that content creators have the quote-unquote obligations and responsibilities to speak up against Hoyoverse. But here's the thing. They may do have a responsibility towards their fans, but sure as hell don't have an obligations. Because guess what? Outside of their careers, they are individuals just like us, and just like us, they have things to do in their life, and so limited time to actually make content. So, who the fuck are you to tell people what content should they make? Ah, that's right, you're nobody, because your channel mere exists because of this drama. If it wasn't for this drama, no one will care about your opinion. So that's why you have no right, no right at all to decide what content other people should make in their channels. It is their channels and it is their choice to whether they speak up or not. Who do you think you fucking are to decide for the people? Continuing on that discourse, another guy who has done a similar things that the Gacha dude did is this guy named Artonecy. This guy made a satire video in which he mocks Genshin Impact fans by saying they should keep defending game, ironically called those who actually criticize the game a ninja and baby cries. In reality, this video was to mock Genshin fans for being the way they are, and actually supports the boycott as well as other content creators do. The issue I do have with this though is that this guy has done similar things like the Gacha dude from before, but even worse, because not all this guy demands that all the content creators to speak up against Hoyoverse, but this guy literally listed the freaking channels who didn't! Literally listed freaking show everyone the guys who did not make a video about it for whatever reason or not. The reason actually doesn't matter. These guys are shield paid by Hoyoverse, at least according to this guy, which it couldn't be further for the truth, but anyway. And guess who reacted to this video? Guess who reacted to this video? And guess which fans are harassed these content creators? I'm not gonna say nothing. A te ora ci arrivo, a te ora. Anyway, and because it was filled with those rabbit stands which harassed him for not speaking up about this controversy.
Earns on what you want with the game, quit spending money on the fucking game. I don't spend money. I am free to play for 3+ years. Why am I getting people trying to come after me when I haven't spent a fucking dime on my account?
Oh my god!
Literally, this guy with this single-handedly with this video made this content creator being harassed because he put them in this video and showed them that they didn't make a video complaining about Genshin. And all these content creators suffered because of him! Because of another guy who reacted to him! How pathetic can you be that in order to make success in this platform, you have to make other people suffer because of it? And that's the thing, it's not like these content creators didn't want to speak about it. I mean, Envy did not really want to talk about it, but maybe because he felt like it was useless to talk about it because people are gonna keep spending money anyway, which is not wrong about it, and so nothing's gonna change about Genshin, at least according to Envy. But because some of them actually couldn't speak about it, Envy was in vacation, but he didn't want to speak about it. This guy also called M-Touch for it, and he did not speak about it immediately because M-Touch was on a freaking vacation on the mountains. How much pathetic can you be that in order to prove that some people are shields, you frame them like that, just to make you have some views and some subscribers. Truly pathetic and honorless. Now, with all said and done, it's finally time to call out to the last channel. The only one, I mean the legend himself, Voldemort. You see, Boldman, the main responsible of the boycotting of the game, is actually quite known to creating drama, whatever he does and whenever he goes. And while he might have some good takes from time to time, I guess even a broken clock can be right twice a day, the amount of misinformation, lies, and bullying that he does far often than not outweighs the positive things he might say or he might do. Add a bit of toxicity on his persona of a big man and a big guy, and then you have the perfect mixture of a crybaby and a man-child. Anyway, I'm gonna respond to one of his videos, him saying that he won't playing the 4.4, and gonna address my issues that I have with said video.
We need to stop encouraging and agreeing with content creators who say criticizing the game equals drama. Saying that you don't like the game is negative. Saying that the game needs work is toxic. I'm going to let you know this. Those players, the ones who criticize and be honest about the game, are not toxic. Those are normal players, and every other game does that.
Unfortunately, I had to agree with Tectone with this one. There are way too many players that jumps at you whenever you say anything remotely negative about the game, whatever that might be. For example, I have huge issues with resin, but if you try to bring that up in the subreddit of Genshin, you're gonna get banned immediately. The rest that for sure. That being said, though, it is also true that some people who criticize the game are a little bit too exaggerated and a little bit toxic. And I'm gonna say that anyone who criticizes the game is toxic, like ironically the Genshin massive stance do, but there are some people that take it way too far, literally calling people who play Genshin losers and afterwards. I mean, just let people be. If someone wants to play the game, fine, play it. If someone wants to criticize the game, criticize it. But just not jump at people if they keep playing the game despite all of that. And also you would like the game, don't jump at people for criticizing it, because they are doing it so in their best interest and the interest of their whole community. So my issue with people who criticize, not all the people who criticize the game, but some of them, is that they are forcefully trying to make other people boycott the game, despite them enjoying the game. That is the reason why I made this video in the first place. But anyway, moving on.
Everybody knew you can like 4.4, but you have to understand 4.4 compared to 4.1 or 4.0 or 2.0. It's not good. It's underwhelming. There's no way to use any adjective above pretty good and not be disingenuous.
I don't know, dude, if it is underwhelming just for the rewards, then I might have to disagree. Because honestly, to me, these are really looking mighty better than the Snooze Vest was 4.3. I cannot even Furina being the inherent event was enough to make me freaking play it. I just played the event only to get the Primos and went out to playing literally anything else. So, that's just your opinion, dude. Anyone can say whatever they want about 4.4. Honestly, I'm mildly excited only because I saw one thing really interesting. Mildly, not too super excited like it's gonna be the best patch ever, because right now, let's be honest, I really couldn't care less about Genshin because another game that I really want to play has come out already. I couldn't play it because I had to make this stupid video. Anyway, that's just your opinion, dude. You can... I mean, objectively, I mean, it isn't the best patch, I can agree with you with that. But this isn't the worst. Like, there were worst patches of this game. Like, the 4.3 was mildly disappointing. Also, remember the 2.6 wasn't good either, but it was a long time ago, so I really don't remember that much well. But I remember it was around 2.6 that I started, diciamo, falling a bit with this game. So, I don't know. Also, whatever patch is good or not, aside from the rewards, which are the only objective things which can determine that, it is entirely subjective. I mean, there are some who might like this patch, some who don't, some think it's okay. For me, for example, it's okay, this patch. It's nothing not too crazy, but not a bore fest that it was like, again, 4.3, which really was disappointing.
It's a small little new zone. A character that you have to pay maximum $300 for, and then some rerun minigames.
I don't know, dude, the new Lantern Ride is looking pretty good. We might meet Lumine again, which is definitely not gonna end well, for sure. I would wait if I were you, to be honest, before saying that.
When you're saying that this update is crazy, all that does is reinforce Hoyoverse to feed you the same pig slop. Imagine the reaction online if when people saw that shit, they gave their genuine reaction. If every reaction that came out on 4.4 was the truth. Guys, it's been almost 10 days since then. If every single reaction was, this shit's pretty underwhelming, not gonna lie. But instead, what we got, oh, dude, this update looks great. 10 days later, you know what, guys? I feel like Genshin Impact's in a pretty rough spot, and they need to start respecting their players. Do you not see how bad that is?
I do not, dude. I feel like even if we did everything you just said, this still wouldn't be enough, because, like I showed in one of my previous videos, there are way too many people playing Genshin casually. Like, the game has over like 60 million players, and I feel like we are in a vocal minority when we actually complain about these things. That being said, though, I have to give him some credit for other content creators being hypocrite. It doesn't make any sense that they celebrate 4.4 as being a great patch, and then they complain about 4.4 being bad because the rewards are bad, etc, etc. So it feels like some content creators just put a video just to appease to the mad crowd. So actually I have to agree on Tectone with this one. Some content creators truly felt like a bit hypocrite when they actually put their videos about it.
I am going to say this now, and a lot of you are probably going to roll your eyes and say, well, you weren't going to play anyways. I'm not going to play 4.4. And you can roll your eyes and say, yeah, you weren't gonna anyways. And you're goddamn right I wasn't. But I'm going on record. No matter how much my curiosity is piqued, I will not be playing 4.4 whatsoever.
And that's fine and all. The problem is what I lose with Genshin, then game back with Star Rail. The boycotting isn't gonna do much an effect if you play another game from the same company. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Because one way or another, Hoyoverse is gonna get your money. Like, you stop playing Genshin because of the rewards, then you play Star because it has better rewards. The problem is, by doing so, you're exposing a game made by Hoyoverse to your viewers. Viewers are gonna play it because they like it because it has more rewards. They're gonna spend money on it. Either way, Hoyoverse wins. That's my issue that I have with Tectone. Like, you don't boycott a gaming company by playing another game from the same company. It doesn't make any sense, and it's not gonna have any effect. Instead, you're making them, you're doing them a favor, because it is well known that Honkai is the favorite series of Hoyoverse. And they probably are gonna do anything in their power to make that series successful, and to slowly distance themselves from Genshin. So you're just doing them a huge favor by doing so. You are just giving them what they want most, a reason to stop supporting Genshin.
I will not be rolling for Zhan Yun, which really pisses me off. It genuinely makes me really angry, because she's really hot. But I'll just stroke my shit to her offline, and I won't care about the character 48 hours after.
Imagine not being able to whale your way into a character, guys. What a tragedy. Press F to pay respect.
Because she's probably gonna be mid. Even if she's broken, who cares? What content do I need a broken character for? It doesn't exist. And I mean this genuine. I will not be playing 4.4, and I will not be rolling for Zhan Yun.
But you're gonna spend money on Starel or other games made by Hoyoverse. And so we are back where we started. Hoyoverse not listening to us because they make money. Way to go, Techie.
Now, obviously, I feel like if you're not enjoying a video game, then you shouldn't play the video game. Games are meant to be for fun.
Exactly. That's the reason why I stopped playing Starel. Because in that game I was having anything but fun. But because I cannot force someone else to stop playing that game, so you can't force someone else to stop playing Genshin.
And if you're playing the game and feeling disrespected, I highly encourage 3 things. Stop playing the game, rate it 1 star on the App Store, and for the love of God, don't pull on Zhan Yun. 4th, don't even watch a Genshin Impact stream. Just don't do it. That's the only way we can communicate. Now, I will say this. Twitter goes out and they say, hey, we got all these quality of life changes and we're putting out some decent rewards. Great. Go back. Enjoy the game. But protests really aren't going to do much unless you actually do something about it. Now, I believe in a world where Zhan Yun's banner tanks. Will that happen? No. I don't really believe in the Genshin Impact Twitter community that much as I'd like to. I will play Genshin Impact once it's good. I will play Genshin Impact once it's in a better state and when I don't feel like I am the carpet mat beneath a company's boot.
Gee, I guess I'm a bootlegger. But guess what, Techie? So are you to keep playing Hoyoverse games. In fact, you're way more of a bootlegger than me, since in one day you give them more than I did in this entire time that I played their games.
I'm sorry, man. You know, Fob put out a Twitter post the other day. You know, very, very, very long. And, you know, I'll go and pull it up. Fob put out a Twitter post the other day, which has over 10,000 likes. And lots of Genshin Impact creators going, yeah, I agree. But the problem is, and I mean this genuinely, they're too stupid to understand what this take means.
Typical Tectone argument to be like, oh, you're stupid, I'm intelligent, you're bad, I'm good.
And there's a lot of wrong with this post that people don't get. And you can reread it for yourself if you like. Feel free to pause the video or put me in 0.25 speed and you can read it for yourself. But essentially what this post says is Genshin Impact is incredibly popular because they broke the normie barrier, which no other gacha game was able to do, so they don't have to try, whereas HSR has not broken that barrier, so they do have to try. So
unfortunately, Master is right. Genshin was the first one to break the normie/casual barrier. Heck, to a lot of people it was even their first gacha game. The only other game that has come close to it is Dokkan. And you could argue that that game, while being as popular as it is way more rewards friendly. The issue with that is that the game has a lot of competition, way more than Genshin has, both internally in the forms of legends and externally in forms of other gacha games that are similar to it, like the Naruto and One Piece ones. So it really isn't a fair argument to put.
Essentially, here are a couple things that this post insinuates, right? Oh, and that normie players don't react to YouTube or Twitch content creators or Twitter posts, so what's the point of even bothering with any effort whatsoever to speak against the cause? Is essentially the post. Now, a couple of issues with this, If you know that HSR has everything that Genshin Impact has, and people only play Genshin Impact because it's the popular thing, who gives a what's popular if it's not good?
You missed the point entirely, Tectone. What Football Master is trying to say is that the game is so popular and has so many players that they won't care about a few complaints here and there. The game has so many players that I can afford to actually lose some players due to them being mad. Because we are actually the vocal minority us that complains about the game. The majority doesn't care about that, doesn't care about the drama, doesn't care about the rewards at all. They just play the game. That's what Master is trying to say. That unless we are Chinese, our opinion is gonna count to jack shit, since we aren't a minority here.
First take. Second take. This game is overflooded by normies that don't give a f about what anybody says online. And Hoyoverse isn't going to cater towards their active players. Okay. Well then let me just ask a question. How did Zhongli get buffed? How did the weapon banner get changed? How did we get the glider event from the anime?
That's a good argument. However, Zhongli banner came out when the game was still relatively fresh and was still trying to find its positions on the market. It wasn't as stable as it is now, and you have to count the fact that Zhongli is the Archon of the equivalent of China. And Chinese players were pissed off about how bad he was, that they had to buff him. And case on point, they never buffed any other characters never again after him, regardless of how much we complain. In fact, my counter argument is, what about Dia? What about Dia, Tectone? What about Kokomi? We all complain about Dia being bad, and Hoyoverse didn't give a fuck about us. Didn't care about what we had to the characters. Heck, we knew before the release that he was gonna be bad. We all complained before the character even released, and they did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Same thing for Kokomi's crit rate. I personally criticize Kokomi not having any crit rate whatsoever. That in my opinion puts her beyond Barbara. And they didn't do jack shit. They just left her like it is. Which was a huge wasted opportunity. Kokomi would have been one of the most broken characters in the game if it didn't remove entirely her crit rate. But whatever. What has happened has happened. Also, for the second argument about the weapon banner, they probably changed it because nobody was spending money on it. Or the amount of people pulling for the weapons were so little and they were getting so little money from it that they had to change it in order to get some more revenue going on from there. Also, how funny it is that out of all the arguments you could choose, you first choose to use Zhongli. Freaking Zhongli. You, which were one of the few outliers that thought that it was good when it was first released. Those who know what happened with Zhongli when it comes to Tectone.
From the anniversary. Why do we get orchestra events? Why do we get music videos? Why do they put so much effort into building their live stream set? If they really only get people who just play the game, why would they put so much effort into extraneous memes? Genuine question.
And the answer is pretty simple actually. Because they like money.
I don't believe that Hoyoverse only listens to the normies.
Again, I don't like repeating myself, but you misunderstood the point. The point is that they're gonna care so little about what we say because we aren't a vocal minority. Not because they actually listen to the freaking normies or casual playing the game, but because when they see us complain, they see us that are minorities, that not the majority of players ask for the things that we ask, so they're not gonna give two shits about it. Because they're probably thinking that it's not worth the time, not the resources, visit the game for a small number of angry players that will eventually go out and play Star Rail instead. That's probably the reason why.
I believe this is a doomer take made by a doomer content creator. Don't get me wrong, I got no issues with Bobmaster, but he's very pessimistic, and to be honest, rightfully so. If I had to play Genshin Impact every stream, I would also lose my mind.
That's not being pessimistic, that's being realistic. And to be fair, I will agree. I will too lose my mind if I keep playing on Star Rail for a second longer.
But this isn't a post that I'm going to get behind, because I do believe that Hoyoverse will listen to their active outraged members, because they have a track record of doing so in the past.
Yeah, what an amazing track record! Only buffing one card, they give out some small compensation from the players being mad, and not doing any, and not improving the game in any way, shape or form the way we ask. Really an amazing track record, Tectone.
But that's just my opinion. The only thing that I encourage you guys to see and just become aware of is, and I don't mean to virtue signal too much, I believe everything I've ever said, at least the vast majority of things I've ever said, I stand by. I believe transparency and being genuine with your audience is very important. It's paramount.
You serious?
You being transparent with your audience, you fucking you, Tectone. Oh my god, you the one who always misleads about characters. You always make the characters look what they're not. Fucking you, Tectone. Come on, bro. Don't give me that crap.
Come on, man.
Because if your audience doesn't know that what you're saying is true to them and that what they're seeing on their screen is real, it's going to put doubt in their mind.
Here's the thing about you, Tectone. You are the least transparent, least honest gacha content creator that there is in this platform, Tectone. You know what he did when the fucking Zhongli banner came out? He was the only one to say that he was a good character. The issue with that though is that the Zhongli that he had here was a freaking CC Zhongli. Fuck yeah, it was good. You freaking well on him. Yeah, any character that has CC is good. Yeah, freaking Deia, maybe, I don't know. Deia is so bad that maybe even the CC should be. I have my doubts about that. But here's the thing. Everyone said that Zhongli was bad at the time before they buffed him. He was the only one saying that he was good. But he had the fact that he had him CCs. And he also harassed small content creators for saying otherwise. Because they contradicted him and made him look like a fool. So you saying these things, Tectone, are fucking laughable.
Known as Genshin and Tuner. Now some of you, especially Tectone fans, would think that these guys were, well, Monster Hunter content creators, and they weren't. They were Genshin Impact content creators around the time of this occurring. And basically what had happened back then was the same as what had happened today. Genshin and Tuner were made a video talking about a character that had just come out named Zhongli. They objectively proved that on Zhongli's release he was bad, underpowered, and he needed a buff, which is fair game. If you're spending $200 on a character in a video game, you should expect him to perform at the level of other 5 stars, not at the level of some of the weakest 4 stars. They supplied data sheets, facts, and evidence to prove their point, at which point some of their audience members noticed Tectone was making a stream. Basically, what was happening was Tectone was claiming that Zhongli was overpowered, when at the end of the day, he wouldn't really know, because he had Zhongli at C6, which essentially means you threw a bunch of money at him. So obviously your metric of what is overpowered and what is not is going to be very skewed, and that it of itself is fine. You're allowed to spend money on the things you enjoy, and I've spent quite a bit of money on Genshin myself. However, the reason why this is such a problem is because Tectone was currently, at the time, making a lot of videos talking about how overpowered overpowered Zhongli was, and how anybody else who disagreed was wrong. So, when Tectone's audience found out about this, they started sending him the video of Ginjinx and Tuner where they were basically proving, yeah, he's not that good.
For example, we never wanted the drama that happened with Tectone when Zhongli came out. We barely even knew who he was before that happened. We didn't want the drama, but he forced it on us. He showed up into his stream one day, told him, hey, I'm going to call you right now, and you have to defend your views on Zhongli live on stream. He never contacted us about it beforehand. He just decided to ambush Tuner in stream while he was just trying to stream and do his job. And Tuner knew he couldn't say no because Tectone had several thousand, I think it was like 9,000 people in chat at the time, and any number of those people could go to his chat and start trolling it and ruin the experience for all of his viewers if he did not say yes, which is a real thing that has happened to other streamers. We thought that after that discussion was done, the drama was over, that was it, but somehow it managed to creep its way back in again a few months later. When we uploaded the VOD of that discussion to our YouTube channel, we also put out a comment that explained the situation that happened and gave context to the entire discussion. Well, Tectone apparently took that comment as us shit-talking him. In his eyes, our attempts to provide context and tell people exactly what the situation was and that he ambushed us was us throwing shade at him. And so he decided to shit-talk us for over an hour to thousands of viewers on a stream he had.
Y'all want to razz on me for that shit, calling me a crybaby, yet after he posted that video, he put out like public comments about talking how I was a fucking bully to him. Like even on that video, and was even throwing shade.
While also using admittedly effective revisionist history manipulation tactics, like saying things like he dismantled our argument in 2 minutes using in-game data and logic.
Even when other content creators came on my channel, like when Ginjinx and Tuner came on my channel, bro, I fucking dismantled him in seconds, and he had to spend 40 minutes trying to justify his cause. Right? Y'all were there for that. I dismantled him in fucking seconds. I have been able to defend every single one of my opinions beyond a shadow of doubt, using literally in-game data and logic.
Which you can easily see is not what happened if you actually just went and watched the VOD of the actual discussion. However, he is the bigger content creator, so he can rewrite history as much as he wants and say whatever he wants. And he knows that his viewers aren't going to bother going back and actually looking at the VOD of this discussion and seeing that all of his claims are bullshit. And in a he said situation, the bigger content creator always wins.
And for me, with how much talk about mental health that I try to help my chat with my Tech Talk video series that I have on my YouTube, I would at least like my community to know that when I say something, I mean it, unless I express it very painstakingly that I'm around. I don't want a community based on lies.
You said that you don't want a community based on lies, and yet you built your entire career on lies. Lying to the Artonecy community, lying to the Genshin community, and lying to some smaller content creators. So, who the fuck are you thinking fooling around with that, Tectone?
I just don't want to do that. The game has an issue. It's had issues. It will continue to have issues in perpetuity unless people actually do something. Making a YouTube video saying, these are my honest thoughts, saying you don't like the game, and then immediately going back and playing the game. And then you can say, oh, well, they have to do it because they need money. They can cover Honkai Star Rail. They can cover Wuthering Waves. They can cover Zenless Zone Zero.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Oh my god. Tectone, let me ask you a question. Are you fucking stupid? It's not gonna help Genshin out in the slightest playing Star Rail. Because covering Star Rail is exactly what Hoyoverse wants, like I said a million times before. Because they're gonna get more money from that game. They have less of a reason to keep supporting Genshin that way. And also because the Honkai is the favorite series of Hoyoverse. So, you are saying is by the content creators who want to boycott the game, or boycott Genshin, should play another game from the same company. Fucking brilliant, fucking brilliant. I cannot understand your logic. Also, it is a bit of an easy thing for you to say, because whatever you game are gonna play, you're gonna get some viewership, you're gonna be successful with it. But other content creators aren't as fortunate as you are. Depending on what game they play, they either may manage 10,000 views or just 1,000 or even less. Some content creators are forced to play Genshin because it's the only thing that makes people view their channels.
I get, for some people, this is their livelihood, but then makes a video calling content creators hypocrites for continuing their livelihood. This is a tough one. This is an interesting one because, yeah, a lot of people are stuck in games. They are stuck covering something. I mean, I've been in the gacha world for quite a long time, longer than I really expected because, you know, I was scared going to Diablo. My views were dropping. They ended up doing okay long term, but I looked at the stark contrast and the audience retention and how many people were clicking it, and I was like, oh god, and I got scared. I'm not gonna lie. I also didn't love Diablo. That's a whole nother tangent. But a lot of people, they get into a niche and they are stuck there for quite a long time.
So these events coming through you seems like the end of a spoiled brat. No, but really, I cannot understand your logic at all, Tectone. How do you possibly think that playing another game made by Hoyoverse is gonna help Genshin out in this lifeless? I don't think so. I think if they find another way to make revenue, Hoyoverse is just gonna let Genshin die. Besides, I feel like in 2 years the game is gonna die anyway because we already explode the majority of nations that there are. So I really cannot understand your logic at all, Tectone.
Trust me, I understand me saying things like this pisses a lot of people off. And
of course it pisses people off, because it is dumb as shit, and it's not gonna help anyone in the long run. You say you boycott the game, boycott Genshin, that then, yeah, Artonecy is good, yeah, Artonecy is good, take my money, Hoyoverse. Of course everyone's gonna get pissed at you, because you're still giving them money, you see, it's showcasing their games. And showcasing their games means that the people are gonna spend money on those games. So Hoyoverse is gonna win either way. Of course people are gonna get pissed off at the stupid things you say.
let me ask you a question. Why the would I give it a why the would I give a single about any of y'all's opinions about me?
You say that and yet you proceed to make 700 videos talking about drama. So yeah, I guess you do give a fuck.
Why the would I give a about anybody in this community? Dead ass. On God, why the would I give a what you think? When you have tried to paint me as a supervillain for 3.5 years. Why would I give a shit? Let me tell you why. Because I won't. Get angry at me. Make a hate post. Make a thread about all the horrible things you think I've done.
We don't think you have done. You actually have done. And we have proof of that.
I don't give a It's not going to change me. It doesn't matter to me at all.
Classic denial reaction. Someone says that doesn't care about what we think, and yet they proceed to respond angrily by making several hundred videos talking about that thing. Oh my god, you're so pathetic.
Because the thing that I'm proud of that you can't be is when I say something, my community knows that I mean it.
Because you fucking lie to them, that's why they believe you. That's the only reason why they believe you. Because now they're so brainwashed by your voice that they don't care about anything else anyone else says or proves them.
And I don't think a lot of other people can say the same. There are some. There are some great creators in the gacha space.
And guess what? You're not one of them.
But these ones who go out and say how toxic and horrible I am, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. The fat, nasty bitches.
Well, one, fuck you. And two, I don't trust you either, considering how many times you have lied to your communities. Like, I have countless examples to show. And these are gonna prove that you are a fucking liar, that you are the one that people shouldn't believe, not us.
And I don't give a if you think that's me. I don't care. These people have pissed me off for 3 years. What they don't get is, I get motivated by people. It's been that way since day one, since I was a little kid, when my parents told me Pokemon didn't exist.
Imagine getting angry because someone told you that Pokemon don't exist, lol. Then I don't want to imagine what happened when they told him that Santa Claus doesn't exist. Oh my god.
Now, anyways, I'm not saying this is all gacha creators. The only ones I'm saying are the ones who say this and then do that, right? And I'm sorry, if you think that I'm making fun of you because you say this and then you do that, you shouldn't be getting angry at me. You should be getting angry at yourself. Because if you're that much of a hypocrite,
Or reach these words coming from him. They want to accuse someone to be a pedo because he put some likes, some fan art of some lollies. Then he proceeded to put freaking Chichi in his waifu tier list rank S. Oh my god.
I still won't pull her because she looks like a baby. Yeah, I know.
And throughout this video, I will content cop the hell out of this, showing you that Tectone isn't any better than who he's trying to accuse of doing terrible things. And moving on, people were quick to point out that Tectone follows some interesting individuals on Twitter, or currently X. Interesting how you follow artists who make hentai of loli / underage characters. Projection much? And he had a lot of these in his follows, and some of them were predominantly loli characters. It's not like you could mistake that artists work for something else. Like when over 90% of their content is that kind of thing, then it's hard to, be mistaken about what that artist actually makes. So you didn't follow anyone by mistake at that point. Now did you? He around 3 years ago, he made a waifu tier list, and guess what he put into the S tier? Well, who could that character be? It's Genshin Impact's prominent loli character called Chi-Chi.
God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
It's not my fault.
Of course, it's gonna play the victim card. It's never my fault. It's always others. Others are stupid. I'm intelligent. It's not my fault, guys.
People go after me because they want to just live their life in delusion.
Man, I really wish you could be right, but unfortunately, it's the furthest thing from that.
And when I call out the bullshit, it makes them angry. When I say, hey man, your car's got a flat tire, when they're about to go to the movie theater and, oh man, now I can't go to the movie theater, I got a flat. Hey, you Tectone, you should have let me drive.
It makes you mad when we call on your bullshit. So much so that you try to deflate them by using your troll persona and by lying and spreading misinformation.
It's not my fault. Sorry, man. I'm just letting you know there's a issue. I didn't pop your tire. It's insane.
Now, here's the thing. If what you were doing was all this, then nobody will hate you so much, Tectone. Ask yourself a question. Why have so many people hate me more than the normal streamer / YouTuber? Ask yourself this question. Because if I were you, I would ask you myself that question. Why do I have so many haters?
Like, I mean this genuinely. Imagine getting so upset when someone just says, hey man, these are the actions that you took. Not baseless claims.
Again, the issue isn't just that, Tectone. It isn't just you calling people out because they say they boycott Genshin and then they keep playing it. It isn't just that the issue. But I'm getting really sick of repeating myself, so I'll just leave it at that.
With actual proof. This is what you're doing. And that makes you so upset that you have to go online and talk about how I'm like Adolf Hitler? That's insanity. I don't give a what anybody said since day one, and I never will. Everyone else is wrong except for me.
Oh, fucking entitled you have to be to actually say that. Oh, fucking entitled you have to be. Oh my god. Tectone is like, he's like freaking Light Yagami, Tectone. He's like the god of a new world.
I am justice. I protect the innocent and those who fear evil. I'm the one who will become the god of a new world that everyone desires.
Oh, it's always that is wrong. Oh my god, what the fuck? Then people tell you ask why people call you Hitler. You just answered that question yourself, dude, right now.
But these people who are so wish-washy, who are so flip-floppity, who are so fake, no respect at all.
Not getting respect from someone like you is like getting a compliment almost. It's like getting called evil by freaking Hitler. Also, do you want to know who I don't have respect for, Tectone? Here, let me tell you. I don't have respect for liars.
He still insists Spectre is a boss killer.
And I said Spectre was a boss killer. Because if you get this character, you max it out level 80, you can use them as a boss killer.
Okay.
Okay? And you put them in front of the boss, and they have this button that says they cannot die for 15 seconds. And they're doing insane damage. So the boss should one-shot a normal unit, but with Spectre, they don't.
Right.
Because they can't die.
Spectre to kill this boss. Let's set her up, give her a healer, and activate. So as you can see, Spectre is struggling to kill the boss in a major. Actually, she's dead already.
Obnoxious.
Please. Yes! 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 I fucking win!
Entitled
Everyone else is wrong except for me.
Manchild.
Please!
Yang!
Destruction. No, not destruction! No, I didn't mean to say that! No! No! You guys cursed me! No! You said Bailu! What the?
Hypocrites.
I'm sorry. If you think that I'm making fun of you because you say this and then you do that.
Could that character be? It's Genshin Impact's prominent lolly character called Chi-Chi.
Framing.
You don't like how much I don't respect meta players, which I don't think I've ever said. I think I find meta players cringe.
Oh, really? Do you want to die? You want to die on the hill that you said you don't respect meta players?
Oh my God, are you threatening me? I'll have you know, I'm a former miner, man. You can't talk to me like that.
When did I threaten you? Can you quit? No, shut the fuck up. Quit spouting bullshit. I didn't threaten you.
Oh my God, bro. You said you want to die. That's what you said in that clip.
I said you want to die on that hill.
Separating.
It's actually concerning how important this matter is to outside parties. Truly a tragic thing for these people.
There's assholes like you! If I or anyone else on this platform did half of the things that you have done, we would have your channel closed. But because you kept twisting the narrative, and because other content creators refuse to speak out of fear because of you, out of fear of you and you fans, you keep always getting away with it. And I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. I'm sick and tired that other content creators have to suffer because of you. The situation has gotten ridiculous. Like, out of a stupid game, a drama like this was created. Like, it is very freaking ridiculous. It is fine to boycott the game, Hoyoverse, or whatever. But it's not fine. It is not fine harassing out the content creators because they want to do that. Or because they can do that. They are their individuals with their own free wills, and they are free to do whatever they want with their channels. This shit is not it is not acceptable. So what about me? What am I gonna do about the 4.5 update? Well, I'm not gonna create content about it. I'm not gonna spend the money on it. I am gonna play it, but just because I want to get Naida. But after that, I'm not gonna play it a lot because, to be honest with you, I don't want to play Genshin right now. Heck, I don't even care about Genshin right now because another game that I really wanna play has come out, and I'm probably gonna play that game instead. If you really wanna do that, the only advice that I can give out is this. Don't play the game, or at least don't make content about it, don't spend money about it, and for the love of God, don't do these things in other Hoyoverse games, because that is not gonna help anyone in this situation. They're gonna get their money anyway, and they're gonna give them even more reason to neglect Genshin. Other than that, just do whatever you want with it. As for me, the reason why I don't want to actively participate in the boycotting of the game is because I really don't care, because I wanna be honest, I don't wanna play a lot of Genshin right now either way. I don't spend money on Genshin anyway. I mean, I only spent it one time, a long time ago, which I regretted since then. And because, to be fair, I really couldn't care less right now, because there is another game that I really wanna play right now. That I couldn't play it because I had to make this video about this controversy. And also, like I said before, I feel like our voices, we aren't a minority here, so no matter what we do or what we say, it's not gonna affect the state of things anyway. Especially if we just give up as soon as we get some rewards. I've seen it happen a million times. We complain about the game, Hoyoverse is gonna send an apology letter with some free stuff in it, and all of us are gonna be happy and forget about it soon after. So I really couldn't care less anymore. Also, I feel like this game, I don't wanna say it has become too big to fail, but with a number of player base that it has, with a big number of players that it has, I feel like this game has become like Pokemon or FIFA or Call of Duty. It has become too big of a game for a small number of people to actually change things. Like, I remember when I boycotted the Pokemon Sword and Shield games because of the national death crisis. I know that boycotting did nothing about it, because at the end of the day, those games became the most sold Pokemon games ever before Violet Scarlet came out. Scarlet and Violet came out. Lol, I'm so tired. So I really am tired about this. I'm tired about talking about this game. And I'm almost tired about playing it myself. So I'm just gonna get Naida. I'm probably not gonna play it till 4.5 if something interesting happens in 4.5. So yeah. Besides, the game is probably gonna die soon, considering that we exploded 5 out of the 7 regions of Teviat. Maybe it's gonna last 3 years. PS maximum, but I mean, let's be honest, we don't know what's gonna happen next once we explore all the regions. But I really don't think it's gonna last forever. Like, gacha games usually last through to 2 to 5 years maximum. This game is already like 3 years old, even more, so it's not gonna last forever. So why do bother asking for a change for a game that is gonna die probably sooner than we think? So yeah, that's what I think about the Genshin Impact 4.4 update controversy that has been going around. And so yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe to not miss out any new exciting content, which is gonna come out pretty soon. I can't wait. And with that out of the way, I'll see you guys next time in my new Let's Play! Take care and have a good one, everyone. Peace! It's
Volevi! Guarda che faccia! Guarda che faccia! No.
Attention gamers, we have some new information about Xiayun and Aida's banner. I was watching the Times video reporting about the sales revenue of these 2 banners, and from what it seems like, it seems those 2 banners have been a success, despite all of the tempo of boycotting the game. Now, it has to be taken with a bit of a grain of salt, because this source isn't the most reliable, but if this is true, I mean, only if this is true, I don't wanna be the guy that says I told you so, but yeah, I told you so, guys. This banner even freaking beaten, it has even freaking beaten the Furina one. Wow! To be fair, Furina was paired with Baizu, which, I mean, let's be honest, who freaking pulled for Baizu? Like, only 2 people, maybe. Like, Xianyun together with Anida was just too much of a good match to not being successful. I mean, Xianyun was freaking crowded at the end, which everyone waited for this card, like, maybe since 1.6, like, ever since the freaking game came out. And Aida, well, Aida was literally one of the best characters in the game, the best Dendra up the best Dendro the best Dendro character. So yeah, doesn't surprise me that this banner has been as successful as it is. So it means that some content creators got arrested for freaking nothing because they boycott didn't do jack shit. What a surprise! Yay! Obviously, it has to be confirmed whatever it is true or not, because again, the source isn't the most reliable. But I'll just leave it at that. I just want you guys to know. With that out of the way, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Ma vai a cagare! Ma vai a cagare te quel nome di merda, usato quanto il cucco! Sei senza speranza!
Ma che bastardo! Accidenti, mi ha fregato! Non sono mai stato umiliato così tanto in vita mia!